Offer on the table, just make sure you bring the pay. Too much sauce, how I rock. Watch me drip out the lot. Me and Cuz at the spot, rolling pot, loading shots. Got a lot from the block, put in work, then I shop. If you try me for this night, boy, you gon' meet the Glock. Full Nick, riding round, probably one in the top. In my hood, what it is, boy, pull over, stop. If you fuck around, up shots and probably won't stop. This the life I live, pay the price you probably would not. I'm a hot boy, pop a bitch at Modelo time. We just about to drink, you don't need to bring out the wine. Hola mama, see the look at you, yeah, you so fine. I'm a rowdy rough boy, look at Blossom from behind. She couldn't close her mouth.
What's up, everyone? This is Vile and Mar, the host of Vile versus Mar. Talk. I might have talk at the end. Why not? You know. So this is Vile to Mar. I have introduce Mar 7. You have an intro. I could never do it, but you do it better than I do. So please.
I mean, I do it better than nobody because, I'm the only person that usually does it. But what's up, everybody? I am Marlon Morgan, a.k.a. Mar7, the self-proclaimed Beast King of Chicago, all-around game commentator, game advocate within the Chicago community, and ex-employee of GameWorks.
X? What happened? Hold on.
We're gonna have real talk about this.
Yeah, we will actually. Hold on. Yeah, what happened? Did it close forever or?
But it's not that it's closed forever. They're very cautious about opening back up because of the way how the situation has been going, especially with the virus and that. So it's still on closed down. Everybody who literally worked there is unemployed. Even people who worked there for 10 years or 8 years, however many years, they're gone. So everyone's been kind of, because I still keep in touch with everybody. We still message each other and whatnot, and then throw each other memes and stuff. So everyone's still doing pretty good. I think one or two of us is still going off the unemployment that we get from there, but for the most part, everyone pretty much just moved on. Obviously, I ended up going back to Amazon again, and yeah, that's life. I miss it. I definitely miss being over there, and you saw that how it was over there. During weeklies and that, people will come by playing the tournaments, or even if you were just to come by and we'll just sit back and play some games and that.
So
everyone misses that.
In case nobody knows, GameWorks is like an arcade in the bottom floor for most places. There's multiple ones, and then there's the upstairs is where I go at, and mine's always up there too. Well, I point in the right direction too. Let's go. But it is amazing over there, and yeah, so it was great. Hopefully, I believe it goes through, right? It should be able to.
We'll see what happens. Eventually, when it opens up again, I'm pretty sure everyone's going to get rehired because, we're all really good employees. We all get together along very, very well. The chemistry we all had together was also really good, too. And it always bounced back and forth between, obviously, you have the restaurant, the arcade downstairs. We still had the arcade part upstairs as well, but everyone usually went over there because either A, they were really interested in the esports lounge, or B, they knew that the esports lounge was already lit, so then they were going to go anyway. So...
It is lit, man. It is lit. I could vouch for that hard. Sorry, this isn't even sponsored. That place is so lit. I have no idea. If you ever find yourself, if it's open, be cautious as hell, obviously. And you guys gotta go there, make it a weekend thing or something, but don't bring any squeakers, because they already have enough of that.
I know, let's not get me started on that conversation.
Okay, so
and for those who don't know who squeakers are, usually small children that obviously they have very high pitched voices, so they sound like they're squeaking, therefore we call them squeakers. And we had some really there's the kids that actually squeak, and then there are the kids that all the time. Yeah. I don't like you parents that bring those kids over there and then just leave your kids to babies like for us to babysit like that. But that's just me. Where we'll get off of that conversation. You've already heard some of my stories personally, so. But yeah, man. Other than that, what have you been playing lately? You know what? That's a question I really want to kind of start off with
Oh,
you.
really? All right.
Yeah,
Guess what? So I've been playing Sariko. I mean, not Sariko. Oh my God, no! The Ghost of Tsushima.
Ghost of Tsushima. Okay.
Tsushima. You already know it. I got a platinum in that game recently. It was pretty lit. If I had to say so myself, very good game. Graphics beautiful. In fact, I'm so mad. So okay, so I got a new setup. In case some of you guys
Yeah.
don't know, if you guys watched a previous video where me and Martin talked about the Xbox stuff, I sort of want to touch on that too. But hold on, I had my monitor over there, and now my TV is right there. The monitor is good, but like when I played it on the big TV, I felt like the graphics was much better. I don't know why. I think it was just because it was bigger, so I saw like every little detail than I usually do. But I don't know. That's just me. I have some weird eyes, but that's why I wear shades. No, I'm just kidding. But it was pretty good. That's what I've been playing. And then after that, it was just like I was putting mad hours through that game, and then mixed with like Fall Guys, which eventually came out. But I already beat the game before Fall Guys came out. And then a couple of fighting games with my buddies because in the party chat we always work together. We play GTA or some other stuff.
Cool.
And then yeah. So I got my trophy. I'm about to like my next goal is to mad hard Destiny as I can. But what have
That
you
should
been
be.
playing?
Well, I have been playing a few games. Of course, since I've been doing a lot of work and a bunch of other things as well, I haven't been able to play as much. But because I'm getting used to the schedule now, I still play a lot of Destiny. You know the whole clan beast mode.
True,
Um,
true.
we usually do our best to kind of play together, and that I just haven't been touching it this week just cause. Um, Other than that, I actually been playing with a really long time friend of mine. I've been friends with him for like what 16 years now. We've been playing Ghost Recon Breakpoint. It's a really bad game, but a really fun game with people. We kind of wish there were two other people that could play with us, so that we could have like more fun that we've been having together. So it's actually pretty dope that I actually have a game to play with them in that. Because before that, we were playing through the Halo series. We played through Halo Wars 1 and 2, and then we were going to play through all the original Bungie Halo games. Then we're going to play, obviously, 4 and 5, for as much as I don't want to play 5. Uh, we'll get to those probably eventually again. I'm pretty sure sooner than later. Because Ghost Recon, we're kind of going through it pretty easily, even though it's at like a really hard difficulty. And I've also been playing Tom Clancy's The Division 2. I just recently re-downloaded it after deleting Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and it's like
Whoa.
200 plus. Yeah, 200 plus gigs. I was like, yeah, look, man, I need more room for other games, man. I can't be taking this. So I got rid of that, put in Division 2. I've been playing through Division 2. For those who don't know, on Xbox, if you have Xbox Live Gold, Division 2 should be free for you right now, and that's just the base game. If anybody would like to join in on that, I'm down with playing with as many people as possible. Every game that's a co-op game, I love playing with other people because obviously playing co-op it makes things more interesting, makes things fun. So if anyone's gonna want to look into playing something like Division 2, if you don't have it, and if you're on Xbox and you have Gold, you're able to download it for free right now. So definitely check that out. Other than that, I've also been playing a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! And like right now, as we speak, I'm actually playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Uh,
Oh shit. Okay, so yeah, so the people in my party chat they diss Division Two a lot. They don't really like the game, so that's why I never really played it. But then again, not just because I'm trying to act all cool with them, but nah, like I played it and I played a demo. I didn't get to finish the demo. Like I still had 20 minutes left, and they said, "Nah, fam, like it's corrupted or something." So I don't know. It seems like a fun game, but it is a fun game with friends. You know, I can't run that game myself.
Well, I've already told you, man. I'm on here like playing Division 2. If you ever want to play it, I'm always down. I already created a clan page, so then if you do join, I'll just send you the invite to the clan, so then we can get like a bunch of perks and stuff and like exclusive weapons that only clans can have. So that's something that's also on the bright side on that game as well. And I'm liking the story. The story is actually pretty interesting. I've been enjoying it so far.
Alright, alright. So then, okay. So if anybody wants to play with us, you know, drop the gamer tag in
If
the
you want to play
comments.
Coronavirus the game,
Hell nah. But
yo, that I mean, if you really look at it, I mean, it's a game that's about a pandemic and what happened. It's what's happening after the life of being hit by the pandemic. You know, how do people live? You know, there's different factions, there's different people with ideas. You know, we're not as bad as it is in the division, obviously, but you know,
because
just to kind of see that
there's still cars
it's sort of
moving and buildings is not destroyed.
man, it's freaking hilarious. But yeah, go ahead. In the comments down below or wherever you're able to, go ahead and pop in your gamer tag, or you know, we'll end up putting our gamer tags into the description down below as well, so you'll be able to contact us from wherever as well.
So I put yours, but not mine. I put my privacy just because, you know, I'm not gonna get like random friends requests. I'm sorry, y'all. Like I play with some of y'all, but I'm not gonna play with all of y'all. You know what I mean? That's just
Bro,
me.
man, I've been getting like a bunch of messages and stuff because remember I also in the game, like I run a lot of like clubs and that. I'm a part of the Yu-Gi-Oh club, but I actually have my own Beast Mode Racing club for Forza,
Beast mode.
and I have let me look at how many like I'm checking right now. How many members are in Beast Mode
Okay,
Racing?
so oh, if you guys don't know, the only difference. So why is it Mar versus Vile? All right, so I'm a PlayStation person. He's an Xbox person. So that's why it's
Technically
versus.
speaking, I'm all games, and if I was really gonna choose a side, I would just be like, you know what, straight up Nintendo. But
Okay. So that's not both.
but yeah, I do
That's not
play a
both
lot
things
of
we do
Xbox.
agree on though. Like you seen my tweets. If people follow me on Twitter, like you know, I go toxic. I go like I start like. So I start with toxic, then I'm arguing, and then I'm back to normal, you know, chill, just talking about my day. And I always push for the gamers, you know, that's my main thing. Except for Stadia. Stadia, you're out. But yeah, so in fact, hold up. Okay. I would like let's say we're companies, all right? Let's say you speak for Xbox. Would you take this deal? We'll give you guys Spider-Man for Marvel, right? You know that Marvel game coming out?
Mm-hmm.
And you guys not going to get Spider-Man because we own it. We'll give you guys Spider-Man, and as long as you guys gave us Halo for Little Big Planet. So little kids could wear Master Chief outfits. Would you take that deal?
I mean, that's kind of a dumb deal though, because it's like you're underselling Halo. Like I don't even think you realize just how big Halo of a franchise is. Like, look, I'm gonna tell you right now. This is 100%. If Halo doesn't exist, every other modern shooter you can think of right now that came out after 2001 will not exist at all.
Fair enough.
So when you put something as important as Halo, you gotta be able to match it with something as important.
Spider-Man is important to us.
It's important to you, but it's not that important. Spider-Man didn't change an entire paradigm of video games, okay? No, but I mean, when it comes down to it, especially when you're doing deals like that with Sony holding the rights to Spider-Man, so then you know we are unable to play as Spider-Man in the Avengers game. It's kind of redundant because the game is about superheroes in the Marvel universe. Spider-Man is a pivotal character within the Marvel universe. As a matter of fact, Spider-Man is and he said this all the time before he died too, that this is Stan Lee's favorite character. So just off of that alone, a lot of people would love to play as Spider-Man, but people also do love Spider-Man and all the variations of Spider-Man as well. You know, not just Peter Parker. Of course, you know, you already know Miles Morales. You got the Spider-Man from 2099. You got the alternate Spider-Man from like in the mid 90s where he had like a sweater on. That's just kind of crazy. You have Spider Gwen. You have like there's so many different versions of Spider-Man. And it's like, well, no, we're just gonna take all of that, all the properties of Spider-Man, all the villains, all this stuff. We're keeping to ourselves. You can have everything else, but we're keeping Spider-Man. Like it's like why? Just because you want to have people feel a certain type of way? I mean, exclusive deals all around are just bad. Like the whole exclusive deal that they had with Destiny for a while, where it's like, oh, well, you can only get this weapon on PlayStation first for an entire year. Like they did that with the weapon called the Hawk Moon. Like on Xbox, you were unable to get the Hawk Moon for like I think it was like 3 years. Yeah, it was like a 3 year time span. And now that it's finally able to hit the Xbox, it's already too late because everyone who played Destiny 1 already moved to Destiny 2. And we're just barely getting the Hawk Moon again in this next DLC, but everyone's getting it this time because Bungie's not working on that exclusive deal the same way how they did with when they were under Activision, which I'm glad for because, like I said, exclusive deals for anything is just terrible. Like I hated the fact that Halo was on Xbox for the longest time and never hit PC. Like Halo 3 and on, they all should have been on PC. Because now, since the games are Master Chief Collection, if you do own Master Chief Collection, you could download it on PC as well now, and you're able to fully appreciate like how amazing that game is on PC. There's been tournaments constantly every other day. There's like a Halo 3 tournament on PC, and everyone's loving it just because it's so easy to run. It feels fluent. It feels amazing, and I'm glad that the Halo community can finally move on from controller to mouse and keyboard. Am I going to be doing it eventually? Either A, I'm going to end up getting my own PC, or B, GameWorks opens and I use their PCs.
Ooh.
But yeah, man, exclusive deals suck ass all over the place. The only ones I will excuse for exclusive deals is Nintendo. They have every right to be exclusive. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't think they would give up anything.
Oh, no, what happened? I lost connection.
Oh, shoot. All right, I saw that.
Hold up, bro. I lost connection for a second.
Okay. I'll hold up.
Not sure why.
I had to do a lot of editing anyways.
It's trying to get my video back.
I had my phone number in there. I'm definitely editing this a little bit. I just gotta crop it out. That's all. I logged into my Twitter. I should have done all of this before.
All right, there we go.
I didn't think
I'm back.
All right, yes, you are. All right, guys. So you guys noticed, you guys just got a huge zoom in. I probably will. I don't know. We'll see. In case I do include that last part, it's just a little hiccup. But I do want to discuss what do you think about a game that hasn't came out and gets a reward?
Oh, you mean like Fortnite, for example, getting any awards when it was still in beta rather than actually being out?
Did it actually get one?
Yeah, look,
man, I missed that.
Fortnite was getting awards back and forth all last year, man.
But same thing as PUBG. PUBG got a reward, didn't it? While it was still
it did, and I don't understand that. It's like the game's not complete. Why?
I agree with that. I would have argued if I was at that time, but since that was too late, I wasn't really into the gaming stuff at that time. I'm gonna be honest, guys. Like I wasn't. Like you don't see me on Twitter tweeting about that because I didn't know about it. Rewards was a ghost to me till like 2 years ago or a year ago. I can't remember. But Gamescom, which I was really hyped for. I'm still gonna get so much. But anyways, point of being is that did you know how Cyberpunk won that best role playing game?
Not gonna lie, Cyberpunk is the only exception to the rule.
No, I don't care, man. I'm not. Listen, I'm excited for the game, right? Like I'm so hyped for it. Like it's what I want, but it's not what I'm like. No.
I just wanted to see you go off.
You didn't. All I said was FOH, man. Because honestly, FOH. Because people agreed on me. Some people not. I mean, obviously, no likes. But anyways, but someone else commented and it said, someone's like, yeah, it shouldn't get a reward because it hasn't came out yet for the public. Now, yeah, sure, people who's in the industry, blah blah blah, they get the early copy obviously, so they could give it a review. But I don't think it should have got a reward at all. Like honestly, if anything, it could have. I would have let it slide if it came out in November, right, as it should. As it probably will. We still hadn't even know yet. But if it did, and then that one guy, what's his name? Giffy, the Game Rewards host.
Jeff Keighley?
Yeah, Jeff Keighley. So once he does his rewards show, the gaming rewards, it would definitely get a reward there. I would have no doubt. And I wouldn't be mad because the game was already out and then everybody would played it by now. It would probably be the trophy. I'm not gonna deny that it won't get a reward. I know it's gonna get a reward, but I don't think it should get it like that. What if there was a hiccup? What if it wasn't good?
The reason why it's not coming out is to ensure like the less glitches that they can possibly like have in the game, the better. Like they're doing their very best to clean up the bugs and like polish the game so then the game looks right. And another reason why they ended up setting it back a little while is because they wanted to make sure that the combat was fluent enough. And from what I saw from the combat looks freaking amazing. Like I actually enjoyed the combat, like because it literally looks like they're giving you the choice of being immersed as this character in this world, and I'm super pumped about it. The way how everything has looked so far. Of course, we haven't played it yet. There have been people who do reviews and stuff. Like they've been able to like fly out and actually play like up to 4 hours of the game, which is absolutely insane. And from everything that I've been hearing from them, and I would say that like I vouch for like their validity when it comes to this stuff. Like they're absolutely thrown back by just how amazing the game feels, how immersive it feels, how the world is as alive as it is, and how you're capable of doing so much, and it can change so much within the narrative that you're going through. And that alone gets me hyped because I played games like Mass Effect is another game where it's like depending on your decisions that you make throughout the game will depend the outcome of the game. In some cases, you yourself can die, your whole team can die, and you can stay alive. Some of your team members, half your team members could die. Your ship explodes. Like there's a bunch of crazy stuff like that could happen throughout Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, which is freaking nuts. 3, if you didn't know, it had a little bit of controversy because they kind of did the last hour of the game like really shiesty. It was kind of dumb, and it kind of felt like it was just hella rushed. It's like, why even rush it? Like, you just ruined my whole experience from playing the first Mass Effect all the way back in 2007, and now it's 2012, and you just gave me this bumbleclot. And then it's like, nah, man, like I can't, I can't deal. But games like that, man, like they're the wave of the future. Being capable of like fully immersing yourself. Another thing I know is going to be really popular about that game too is going to be the VR. I guarantee you, everyone's going to be wanting to talk about the VR and playing it. It's going to be absolutely insane.
That's interesting that you said that because, like, I'm not saying it's dying, but I also don't really see it growing as that much. And I wonder, is it due to because of the cost, or is it due to the people who fears that they might get motion sickness?
I feel like it's more so of just because of the way how the pandemic ended up hitting us and the way how the climate has been. And it's like no one's really going out to buy VR because, there's a lot of people who are going through unemployment. There are a lot of people who are afraid to even just go outside in general anyway. And on top of that, a lot of stores were closed down. And I think for a little while, like there was like a good period of time where everyone was buying stuff online, but it was more so just only essentials and not really thinking about like buying video games and stuff. True. Like obviously, like there's some gamers that were out there. I was like, hey man, I'm waiting hella hard for a Steam sale right now because that's the only way I can buy games. And of course, you already know how Steam sales are, man. Like they'll have like some of the craziest sales. Like there'll be like a game that used to be like $40, it'll be like $3. So it was like, what? I'm buying it.
Like it's mind blowing to me. Like the last sale that happened, I was amazed on how many games I got just for $35, man. I swear, like,
it's like, bro, like you literally for half a game you get For half a game, you get so many games.
For real. So yeah, okay. So that's what I wondered too. Okay, so this is a big talk. I don't know if I told you this before, but I'm gonna tell you right now, right? Because I listened to Gamer Tag Radio, another gaming podcast. This isn't gonna be a gaming talk all the time, guys. We're gonna talk about other things too. I'm actually gonna change the subject after this right here about non-gaming stuff. So not everything has to be about gaming. But would you care if the consoles get released later?
I wouldn't mind it at all. Like, they don't have to come out this holiday season. They don't have to come out within the next like month and a half. Why?
Oh, because I'm
There's
just
no need.
yeah. Oh, I think you asked me why. I'm like, well, because I
Oh
asked.
no 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 no. I was just saying in general. It's like why why would you even
Because
like it
I haven't seen a negative comment when somebody said that, and he usually gets a lot of hate too. And I agreed, and I never disagree with anything he said except for the cyberpunk stuff. But yeah, I mean, I would love it if they could push it till at least spring of next year. That'd be great.
It would be great, but you know how the gaming world is, especially when it comes to this particular climate on everything that's been going on so far. It's amazing that any game has been able to come out, and it's still a shocker to me that games or even the consoles are still slated to come out later this year because it's like you don't have to. I mean, I get why you want to do it, but you don't have to because like what if they come out and it's just bad? But then again, I do have faith in Sony and in Microsoft and knowing their products well. Where hey, we said that these games are going to be coming out at this time and this time, so that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to have these games released at this time, and then hopefully you guys enjoy it. I'm grateful for that. There's nothing wrong with that. If they do come out later this year, I might be a first wave adopter of them. I might end up just getting the Xbox Series X. I'm still debating on it because honestly, if I don't see too much of a difference in between the games, I mean, I'm not gonna even care.
No. I mean, I'm not surprised. I mean, why would you get a PlayStation? I mean, wait, no, hell no. Let me take that back. Last time we spoke, you said you were gonna get a PlayStation. Not even on
Yeah,
the
no,
podcast.
I'm still getting a PlayStation. I'm still getting a PlayStation. It's just obviously I'm getting the Xbox first.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I see. Okay. Did you at least try to enter to win that one time? Well, they're still doing it, but that raffle they said on PlayStation.
No,
No.
everyone else can have fun with that raffle. I'm not gonna even waste my time with that.
Okay.
Like why?
I mean, hey, that's more of a chance for me to get this. No, I'm just kidding.
Honestly, yeah, it is. Like no lie. Like full cap. Like you're perfectly right about that.
Okay, guys. So this
Because I mean, imagine the amount of people going in to try to win a PlayStation 5. It's like, look, it's either they're doing this because A, it's going to be like an $800 console, or B, because they have so many anyway that they want people just to try to win one.
Okay, don't say
So
800 now. you almost made my heart drop.
I mean, would it before we change subjects, would it surprise you if the consoles were over $600?
No, I wouldn't be surprised at all. Cause like I expected to go up by like more than 100. Like if it was $599, I'll be surprised. If it was even like $530. If it was $530, then I know that they're trying to have somewhat respect for the situation that everybody's going through. But I guess that extra $30 would probably hurt them. Maybe I don't know. All I know is that I got my stocks in Microsoft because soon as they make that 500 mark, I'm pulling out. I'm all good. I'm not trying to risk too much. But that's just me. Sony stocks, like, they're not going anywhere. It's stuck in the 70s and 80s. I'm not going to do that. The most I'm going to get is like probably like 110. But that's just for the stocks talk.
Man, you know what? Kind of an extended question to that. How do you feel about the games becoming $70?
It makes sense. I mean, I can't even complain. All I know is that other countries is gonna suffer worse, so I feel bad for them. If anything, an extra $10 is definitely gonna be like, oh man. But again, I understand people. Those developers need to get, they need to get money. Well, not the developers, but the people who worked on it. The people who doesn't get that, good. They don't get to like buy a sports car. They just got enough to at least live or make that bills lights on.
All right.
But 70, I just hope that if they're gonna do that, they gotta make the add-ons at least a little cheaper. That's all I asked for. But what about you?
I'm with it and against it at the same time. I'm with it because obviously, with all the games that are going to be coming out and that, I'm expecting to see more added within the games, and I know it's going to take more time for a lot of these games to be developed. Perfect example, looking at Cyberpunk 2077, it's taken like 7+ years or something like that for the game to finally be like at its state where it's at now. And it's not even done yet. Like we still have like several months for them to finish off the polish and that. But then again, when you're looking at games like 2K or Call of Duty or like, what are they changing? Let's be honest. Nothing. They will never change anything. It's the same game year after year. And speaking of that whole controversy with Madden and them explaining to people like, oh well, first of all, how dare they try to justify basically copying and pasting games over and over again? Like they're like, well, we're doing it for this because for the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X, it's going to have more features and look so much more fluid and like all this other like PR bull. And it's like that's no excuse, man. Like you're literally giving us this like I feel bad mostly for Madden players. Shout outs to my older brother who actually first brought it up to my attention. Because for me, I stopped playing Madden like that much since like maybe 2005. Why? Because I know since 2005, it's essentially just been the same game over and over again. A lot of the stuff that they have released on like every year, that could be a feature that's just updated. You can literally put an update in a game just to make it better. You update the rosters and you put in that one feature that you are going to end up adding anyway. Because what else are they really doing? They're not upping the graphics. The game doesn't look better than the one it did the year before.
So okay. So like you said, if they're not upping the graphics, then this shouldn't cost more.
Well, it's not just the graphics either, but it's also like the game and gameplay wise. Like, why are you making me pay for more when I have the same exact experience like 2 console generations ago?
I'm no game developer. I don't know how they work it yet. That's just a little hint, but I want to know like if it's truly like if it. I'm assuming they can't start over. I'm pretty sure they have a same file or whatever, and then they just copy and paste it. But then again, like it's like a Rockstar, right? We all know Rockstar is money hungry people, but we say Rockstar, but we don't say Take Two. I don't know too much about the sports games. Like, is EA its own company, or are they partner like Rockstar?
No, EA is its own company. EA, Activision are like literally their own entities, and then under those are everything else. Technically speaking, Take Two is under Activision, I believe, and then EA they have stuff like BioWare and stuff like that as well. BioWare, Criterion, just going off the like top of my head and that, but like that's the way how they trickle everything down. And then, of course, you have all the indie developers, which since they're independent, they get paid on their own salary and that, and then other, like, another one too, like Sony Entertainment, like, look at everything they own. They have Sucker Punch. They have freaking, yeah,
okay, so like EA is known to be money hungry people too. Like, it's no surprise to me. Like, they talked about the $100 edition with the basketball for NBA, and it's like, yo, like,
bro, I would really want to know the statistics of how much the average Madden player spends on a Madden game, and not just that, also adding the microtransactions as well. Because when you really look at them, like every sports game nowadays, they're mobile game. where you'll get the game instead of getting it for free, you're paying $60, and then on top of that, you have microtransactions for the Ultimate Team, and then you're spending all this money on Ultimate Teams and why? So then you can be better than the other person on the other side of you on the screen. And so essentially making a football game that should be based on skill and strategy is now pay to win because my ultimate team has all of these players and they're all at max stats, and I'm able to run through all of your players. That's just an average team. Like, yeah, my team is an average 92 team that won the Super Bowl last year, but because you have a beefed up squad that you paid for, you get to run over my team that is statistically a football Super Bowl rated team, and they get ran over like they're a bunch of little like grade school kids. It's like it's so annoying. It really is. And like I said, it's every sports game. This is why I don't play sports games. Besides the reason of if you can do it outside, why even do it inside the house? Like last I checked, I can't go 150 miles an hour in a Bugatti down the street over here by my house. And last I checked, I'm incapable. Scratch that. You are technically capable. You're just not supposed to because it's illegal. Again, I can't just walk out the house and like just start robbing people and then like go on missions to like do bank heists and stuff and then be perfectly fine with it.
True. All right. So okay, this is what I want to talk about. All right. So as you guys seen the tweet up there for a very long time now. Because me and Mar was going to have a talk about this, and we never had a chance. But now this is our chance, and he knows where I want to go with this. Where would you... Okay, you guys have to let me know in the comments, because I swear so many people are agreeing or disagreeing. So what's happening is, when I say OnlyFans, I like to say OF, because it's quick or whatever. But personally, I ask people, would you date one that has an OF? Because... I wouldn't personally, but like a serious relationship, not just like a date. Like, I guess people are saying date now, it's just for like, a month or two. So I'm talking about like a serious relationship.
Okay. So with this whole conversation, I feel like there are just two factors to this. There is the way how we both feel as guys, and then also I think it's also because of the age group as well. Because I mean, technically, I'm like what 7 years older than you.
So yeah, okay. Oh yeah, people. Because you guys don't know my age, it's on my birthday. I mean, that's not my. I almost said it's on my birthday. Yeah, no kidding.
Well, people don't know mine either, okay, but so I was just saying, like
March 3rd, 1998. That's public information. It's right there on Twitter.
All right, cool.
And then you are. August.
January 20th, 1990.
Yes. Looked at the wrong thing. So, yeah, we're 8 years.
Yeah.
About so. 8, 7. I don't know. Depends,
Yeah, about 8.
About 8, yeah. Okay, we say 8. So, because I'm young, I'm not much of a jealous type. But then, like, I'm a social media person. So, like, if you talk, like, I feel like it's like virtual cheating, I like to call it, because
virtual cheating.
That's
a good word to actually use. Not gonna lie.
Thank you. But that's virtual cheating. That's why I don't. That's why I'm not cool with it. Now you probably not the jealous side, because I think the way how you see it is, she's with you at the end of the day, right? So.
Yeah, I'm in the party of if you go into a relationship and you two are trusting enough with one another. I mean, not saying that she's she's showing off her body and that. Like, in all honesty, I would condone it. I would be perfectly fine with it. And then not only that, I would want to join in. Like, I'm not gonna let you just make this money alone. Like, I'm right here.
And that's the thing.
This is a business proposition.
It is truly the quickest. I mean, not quickest. My fault. I shouldn't say that. That's unfair for those others that I know that's struggling. It is the most easiest way to get money, especially being indoors. It depends if I'm not gonna lie. It depends how you look. You know, if you look attractive to like a million guys, then bam, there you go.
I'm not gonna lie though, man. Some of these ugly chicks too be making a lot of money. Like, don't forget, there's like what? She's like 78 or something like that. She's got an OnlyFans, and she legit goes around and advertises her stuff. And I actually checked, she has a legit OnlyFans account. It is insane. But people, so old, someone's grandma basically.
Yo, that is.
So,
Okay. Hold on. This is a good topic right here. All right, you said old, and I just thought about it. A majority of people know OnlyFans is just for like nudes and lewds. There's more than that. You could do more than other content. In fact, I'm gonna make a content on it later on, and it's not gonna be nudes or lewds. Trust me, no one doesn't want to see me naked. All right, I'm gonna just throw that out there. But I'm gonna make a content about like I'm gonna do like a smash or pass content on it. I'm not gonna upload those on YouTube. Because YouTube is gonna like flag me down real quick. But
right. I mean, one of the unique things about OnlyFans is originally it did start off for like, it's something OnlyFans, of your content would appreciate. So it's like, well, since I am putting the extra amount of time to cater to you guys, maybe you guys wouldn't mind spending an extra amount of money so then I'd be able to continue on doing this. That's where the idea came from. And of course, OnlyFans sort of went kind of in the Patreon route slash, I guess you could say like Etsy, where like people would pay for like, oh, like sweaters and like, all this like, oh, can you make a cool shirt for me? Can you make, like, can you draw this, like stuff like that? And then suddenly it just completely revolutionized the sex workers industry, and every e-thought you could possibly think of decided, oh, I'm gonna use my OnlyFans. And it's like, hey, if you pay $20 a month, you can see my vagina as much as you want, as long as you're paying that account.
True.
And going on to that whole thing with OnlyFans too, because I don't know if you heard, but there was a lot of controversy going on with it, where it's like celebrities started jumping on for projects or experiments to see the way how the OnlyFans really works, to sort of kind of see how far are you willing to go as a content creator to cater to your fans, and how far are your fans willing to go to just throw all the money at you. And a lot of people, like one person who I like on OnlyFans, who I've actually been following her even before OnlyFans came out, Lena the Plug. Lena the Plug is, for those who don't know, she is a celebrity that kind of became popular on just not really doing nudes, but more so lewds. And she ended up starting her conversations with, well, tell you what, if you end up showing me this, if you end up showing me that, like, I'll do this type of stuff. And one of her more controversial things, that's Lena the Plug, all right.
Yo.
One of her more controversial things was, oh, if you guys end up giving me like an X amount of money or whatever, I'll make a sex tape with my boyfriend. And for those who don't know, that is Adam something. Hold on, I'm trying to remember his name now.
Oh wait, okay, guys, I am.
Yeah. I was about to say, don't go down too far, because I know that page too well. Like, there's certain things you can't show, my guy. There's certain things you can't show. I think this particular part you're gonna have to kind of block off for a bit.
Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna just, you guys know, I'm gonna blur these things out. Blah blah. There has to be a decent thing.
But yeah, I follow her in that. Like, right now, currently, she's going through pregnancy and that, and like, her and her boyfriend, finally.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. But because of her, like, go ahead and search for your own stuff. But there's Trisha Paytas. There's a lot of other content creators that are on OnlyFans that I know of. I'm not saying I don't really pay for any of this stuff, because, hey, it's the internet. You can get a lot of this stuff for free. So,
be sipping hard, dude.
But hey, you know what? At the same time, some people kind of do it not because they're simping, but they do appreciate the work that these people put in of going out there the way they are and exposing themselves the way they are. So they're fine with spending like the $5 a month for them to make money off of it. But she took her OnlyFans money, and she's made a good life for herself, for her and her boyfriend, who also runs Adam 22 is what he's known as.
Oh, so I
He
was
also
right.
runs.
I was just saying that. I know. Okay, I can't say I was right. I was saying that as a joke, but it turned out to be the guy.
Yeah.
Dude, wait. Oh man, I didn't really for sure. Wait, no. Okay, yeah, no. That dude was cool. I remember him because he.
Yeah, he's got the No Jumper podcast.
Was he the one that used to be with Logan, or no? My thing was someone else.
No, I don't think he beefed with Logan,
No,
but
with Logan?
was he with Logan? I don't think he was with
Oh,
Logan.
okay.
I don't remember his history entirely. I ended up jumping on from him because I ended up finding out that Lena was going out with him. I'm like, oh, okay, let me check this dude out, because she said that he had a podcast, and like he talks a lot about like the hip hop industry and the way how things are going, and a lot of celebrity stuff. It's actually a pretty decent podcast to go check out. That I don't put it in my top 3 of podcasts that I watch, but I definitely put it. I would say I pay more attention to it than most other podcasts. I would definitely say it's worth something to go check out, because I actually learned a lot from his podcast as well about different rap artists I never heard about that honestly I don't really care for, but I know they're there now. And he's got some pretty interesting takes. Another time when I saw him without Lena was in an interview he had with Vlad TV. For those who don't know, a guy who goes around and like he does very prominent like interviews with hip hop artists, gangsters, FBI informants, stuff like that. So I was actually pretty well versed in a lot of the stuff that he was talking about, but then I also learned a lot of new stuff from Adam 22, which I'm grateful for. And going back into the OnlyFans, because he also does content with his girlfriend as well. Like they do sex scenes, they do threesomes, they do like they just did one with Trisha Paytas where he acted as the pizza guy. He was dressed up in like Domino's out in a Domino's outfit, and then they ended up having a threesome in that. But that content was only specifically made for OnlyFans. So then, of course, people who are really into that stuff, they're gonna go out, they're gonna pay for it, and they're gonna, want to watch it over and over again. And like, oh my god, the scene is, and then whatever they're gonna put, oh, it's so crappy, it's so terrible. Why am I watching this person having sex with a pregnant woman? Which, by the way, that's a whole other bag.
Yeah,
that's a whole other bag of words entirely.
That's something I would not jump into gears. I'm gonna just go. Okay, since we're already on this train, I want to like add on to it because I wanted to get to this one. All right, so
yeah,
I got the name wrong. I could have sworn it was like Rally Raid or whatever, but I guess I don't know if she changed her name or something. But we got Luna Rose. Is that how you say it? How you say the art?
Lana Rhodes? Yeah, Lana Rhodes. Lana Rhodes.
She used to be a porn star. I know that. But now she's dating this dude Mike, and she still keeps her OF. I'm pretty sure. So I'm not gonna click on that link, but yeah, I could read it. And yeah, I mean, I guess it's a common thing. I guess it doesn't really bother too many people. I just wanted to see I want to see a ratio. I want to see how many people are okay or not okay with it. But
like the interesting thing about this, it really depends on you and your comfortability and what you learned throughout your life. Because for me, like I said, if I'm comfortable enough with a significant other where they want to have an OnlyFans and they want to be able to make this content, I already know first, because the way how I am in relationships, we're able to sit down and talk about it and deliberate, what things I would be fine with, what things I wouldn't be fine with. So if there is going to be a line drawn, make sure that you draw it and then go accordingly with that. But like I said, like for me, I kind of see that as another business proposition. And I mean, in a way, you could really look at it as, look, if these dorks want to play the whole window shopping thing, go right ahead. Because I'm gonna be 100% honest. What guy doesn't walk down the street, see a fine ass girl, and then just look away? Like, really?
True.
Like it is innately in a guy's DNA. Like, no matter what the situation. Like, I have been with a plethora of chicks that throughout the years, like if I see another like very good looking female, like I would look straight back. And there's some chicks that I were with, they're like, no, look, go ahead, that's fine. I see what you're looking at. Like, damn, I'll look with you.
Yeah, for real, it'd be like that, yo. It'd be like that. I'd be amazed. I'm like, oh, shit, like, yo.
But from saying that, like, you know what I mean, though.
Yeah, I'll say some though, because this is one friend I have. I'm really close with. She, she, she just rolled her eyes, man. She was like, "Oh," she's like, "Really?" I'm like, "I'm just saying," because I'm like,
Yeah, it's like, oh my god, like you have to look that hard, like yeah, I kind of do because it's there. I mean, she's dressed up like that for a specific reason, and it's because she's comfortable, not because for me to look, but because I find it very attractive. I'm going to look. Like she's dressed up like that because she wants to be comfortable. That's cool. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, because of my mindset as a guy and the way how I find things attractive, it's gonna catch my attention. If, like, for example, you see nothing but like Honda Civics and like a Chevy Cruze and just all of those over and over, back to back, over and over again. You don't really look at those, but then you see that Ferrari, you see that Bugatti, yo. Why won't you look? Like you don't see those all the time. You don't see those every day. So
true.
you kind of have that. I kind of feel like guys should have that, and in fact, females as well. Like they have that go ahead to like if there's something that they see, they can look at it. Just don't blatantly disrespect me and then be like, "Look, I'm dropping you for that right now. Bye." Like,
For real.
see, that part would be disrespectful. But like, we're all human. We all have certain things that we're attracted to. We're all capable of looking. You can look, just don't touch. And they'll try to fucking dodge me out like the damn plague.
Don't look too long, then it does turn out to be creepy.
Right. Yeah, you like that dude that'd be sitting in the corner rubbing his hands and like licking his lips.
I know what you're talking about, like behind the tree.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
So there's something I do want to bring up because I think this would definitely be uploaded before my geologist video. I'm gonna touch base on this. So do you know what I mean by geologist?
Geologist?
Yeah. Have you watched
as in like
the TV show Netflix You?
No.
No. Okay. So
no, I have not.
So it's about a guy, right? His name is Joe, so that's why it's called geologist, and it's about a dude that stalks a girl. Alright, guys, this is like a little bit of a spoiler, not really. I mean, you're gonna see it if you watch the trailer on Netflix. You gotta know, and a lot of people have been talking about it anyways. So he traps a girl in the glass box in the basement, right? And he's basically doesn't see it. He sees it as protecting her in a way, or whatever. But the point of being is, there is people out there that like does it. Like before that TV show came out, I know somebody that was like a Joe, that this person was in that situation. I'm not gonna say who, obviously, because I respect privacy, and I am investigating it somewhat. Still, not too much. I mean, the person is like distant a little bit, but the reason why I'm gonna bring it up because have you seen that trailer, Gamer Girl?
Yeah, I saw that goofy trailer of Gamer Girl. That was kind of hilarious to me, actually. I'm not gonna lie. I laughed real hard at that.
So, which is crazy because it seemed like they got a lot of clips in to make that game just for it to shut down so quickly. But even then, so people and like moderators, like how female streamers have moderators or whatever, but like it probably takes a lot of time to be one, but then you still don't know the person or how they are. You only see them through the text. And I believe that, because I know, Destiny FOMO. So if you guys don't know who Destiny FOMO is, she's a churcher. She's from New York. I put her link in the description. She's actually in my channel.
That's literally the only thing I don't like about her, by the way. That she's a New Yorker.
So she made a video. I'm gonna obviously download a clip, a few things that I want to talk about in it, cause she had an issue with a moderator too that like just constantly messaging her like big paragraphs of like basically trying to be her manager or whatever. Not a
Yeah, it's a common thing. It is very common.
yeah. So like the fact that this person was very descriptive or whatever, and they actually make another account just to talk to her again, which is weird. I don't know how that happens, but I think it's becoming a bigger thing now, and I don't know why. Like I feel like I don't know if I'm the only one noticing it, but like I feel like there has to be something like announced about it.
Oh, here's my take on it, because with this whole situation that's going on with the atmosphere of streamer girls, like you already see it, like the rise of e-thoughts, the way how everything has been, the rise of OnlyFans and the sex workers industry being revolutionized by this website. This kind of all ties into that as well, where the reason why these can exist is because creeps like those actually exist. And the reason why the females are willing to go ahead and sell like all this stuff, and like sometimes without them really realizing it, like they know that they could sell, and it's like, who's the demographic they're going to sell to? They don't think about that part, because it's like they already know it's going to be a bunch of creeps. They already know. There's no arguing with it. And with somebody like Destiny FOMO, with somebody like Mrs. Violence, or like even some of the streamers that I know, PC cosplayers, and like, there's always going to be, just because they are female, there's always going to be that factor of, okay, there's like some super creep who's like trying to like online stalk me and like try to figure out where I live and all this other stuff, and it's very disturbing, because like I said, this has been a thing for years. This has been a thing that's been going on since streaming has been a thing, and not just online streaming for gamers, like just streaming in general. Where we have websites like Omegle. Like, I'm pretty sure you know what Omegle is. It's kind of like a random like chat search where you're able to like video chat with other people, and just randomly out of nowhere it'll just throw you to another person. A lot of times, like, creeps will jump on there, just not just creeps, I mean like straight up pedos will like jump on there, because they know like little kids will be trying to like do stupid stuff on there. And that's kind of jacked up, for the fact that that was even a thing for a while too. I remember reading articles like about 4 or 5 years back about Omegle trying to like really knuckled down on, hey, with all these little kids, like, we're trying to ban as many little kids off this site as possible, because the way how things are going, like, this is basically turning into a natural habitat for pedophiles to try to pick off little kids and like convince them to like, oh, can you contact me in like real life? Here's my actual email. And then after that, they lure them in even more, like, oh, here's my number, here's my address if you want to go to it. And then next thing the kids disappear, and then they're in some sort of crazy sex trafficking ring that, you're among the 38 people that get found out in Michigan, in the middle of this trailer, basically chained up and kept away from your parents for an X amount of time, because you're about to be sold overseas somewhere to some evil mogul that has all this money to be spending on buying small children to do terrible things to them. And that, for those who don't know, I'm actually referencing a situation that happened sometime last week. There was a raid on a building, or it was like a house, or it wasn't really a house, it was more of a trailer. They found 39 kids in there that were lost for a good amount of time, that were a part of this sex trafficking operation that these guys were running. And thankfully they ended up finding them in that. And it hurts, especially as a father, hearing stuff like that there are creeps out there constantly doing stuff like that. And some of those creeps are the type of people who become moderators and start talking to these females and trying to like coerce them into, oh, let me be your manager, oh, I'll be able to help you out, oh, I would like to just go on a coffee date and like talk with you in person. Or another person I can think of that she just got that, her name is Tara Babcock. I follow her YouTube a lot because I like a lot of her Q&As and that. She also has OnlyFans and stuff like that as well. But she just recently did a video about exposing other people's DMs and the type of stuff that she goes through, and she sort of kind of touches on this subject as well. And This is the reason why I'm subscribed to her channel, because stuff like this does interest me, because I really do want to know about the other side of that. Because as a guy, I don't really go through that too much. Yeah, I get the crazy girl occasionally, but then I can just delete them completely out of my life, and that nothing ever happens after that. Do they still try to make noise? Yeah, but hey, they're making noise all the way on the other side of the internet, and they can't reach me, so I don't care. So,
Damn, are we getting the crazy ones out of state too?
bro, man, like legit. How old was I? I was 20. There was a female that where was she from? She was from, I think, Wyoming or something like that. And it was right around the like time where I started like getting into like showing my face in that, like, because I used to be on like a little show called Digi Games, and we used to do like a bunch of joke stuff like that. We actually had a stalker for a while, and she would constantly be like messaging, and like when it went to the point where she found out like where I actually lived in that.
Damn.
Yeah, it was like that's the only time I've ever had an experience like that. But for me as a guy, I feel like I was capable of doing the correct things to sort of get out of that situation in the right way. And not a lot of these females, they don't really know how to. I mean, because you don't know how to prepare for something like this. They don't know what to really do when a situation like that arises. And some people do kind of get caught up in that, and then they end up in possibly a hurtful relationship, in a situation where like it's just nothing but guys constantly harassing and stalking them, where they have to completely just delete themselves from the internet and like change their lives around and go to have a different name and stuff like that. Like, it's scary for a female just because guys be adamant like that, and it's jacked up beyond reasoning, bro.
Really,
It is
really
jacked up
scary.
beyond reasoning. And I, even for me as a father and having a daughter, when I think about it too, like when she grows up and that, she's going to be in an environment where like internet's going to be more prominent within our lifetime than anything else. Technology is going to be literally everywhere, by the time she ends up turning 18 in that. And I worry about that a lot, where it's like, how am I able to move along with technology to know it well enough to be able to protect my daughter from situations like that? And it kind of hurts deep down, and like knowing that there is a possibility people will find ways around me, but I'm still going to do my damnedest as a father to make sure that that doesn't happen. But that's why I'm also thankful for like the type of stuff that I know, the things that I'm into, the things that like I'm able to take that as a life experience and sort of turn that into, I can use this to protect not only just my daughter and that, but like my family as well. I'm able to protect my family. I'm able to protect my friends. I'm able to protect what I consider to be a part of my life.
Yeah.
And hopefully one day maybe I'll be able to use that to pass on to somebody else outside of the family and stuff like that, so that they too will understand and learn all of these things that they would need to know, and get everyone motivated into growing along with technology, because technology is only going up from here. I'm waiting for the point where we start making Terminators, because it's going to happen. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure we've had at least 20 Terminators
like
made
Cyberpunk.
in the
We're gonna
background.
be modifying body parts. Someone want like a bigger. One probably like robotic hands that could press buttons quicker.
Bro, we're gonna have Gundams soon. Like, Japan has already got Gundams. All right, they already got giant robots. Like, we're way behind.
All right. So speaking of names, I noticed this was actually going around through the media where Twitchers was having issues with people asking about the real names versus calling them through their social media names. Now,
See, that's another thing too that we also got to look at, because
I,
I mean, how strong is our security now? We don't know.
I want to talk about that too, because like I know I try my best to clip out the names when my buddies say my name when we play video games or whatever, but I do and will only go by Vile Cash or Vile or VC or just Cash. Those are like those four options. And Mara, I know you go by Mara or your. You do.
Yeah, I actually do use my full name, and just because I use my full name is because I want to be more out there as a commentator, as an analyst for esports. Like, that's the reason why I put my name out there, because I want people to know my name. I want you to know this is the person who's actually out there. Like, for example, freaking Ninja. Everyone knows him now as Richard Tyler Blevins. I knew him as two things. I knew him as Tyler, and I knew him as Ninja for like the longest time before he ended up getting popular because he was a part of the Halo community. But because of the atmosphere and the way how things were going, of course, he wanted to be more popular out there, so he did start using his actual full name, and but he still goes by Ninja. Many people still know him by Ninja. Another person who's very prominent within the gaming community. Look at Dr. Disrespect, Guy Beam. Like everyone knows, Dr. Disrespect is a persona that he lives by, and that's basically his moneymaker. When he's on camera and he's got the mullet, and obviously he grew the mustache and that, but like he's got the mullet, he's got the glasses, he's got the freaking chest armor, he's got his Under Armour on, looking like buff as hell, 6'7", 37 vertical leap. He's the two-time, but then when he takes all of that off, looks like a regular person. He's Guy Beam, and we've seen moments like that, like when he ended up admitting what he did with his wife. But the reason why he does that sometimes to like break down, like, hey guys, this is real me. This isn't a joke. This is me as a person. Let me address this, and then go according from that.
Hell nah. This is me. I'm a cheater. No, I'm just kidding. I would never let that go, my dude, because he posted it on Twitter, and it was him and his wife. Yo.
No, I understand why he did it, though, and in a way, I'm kind of glad that he at least came out and told everyone, hey, I'm going to be gone for this X amount of time, because there's a lot of stuff going on within my relationship with my wife, and I don't want it to affect my family. So I'm going to go and fix my family as Guy Beam, and then you guys will later on get a better, stronger, more active Dr. Disrespect online.
Okay, but hold on. This is why it's going to be called Val versus Mario, guys, because you guys about to see me versus him about this right now. The reason why he took that break, if I made that mistake, I'm not. That's why I said if. I probably will. No, I'm just kidding. It's because then the people in the chat's gonna be talking about it. You know what I mean? They're gonna be like, now granted, you could say that they're gonna who's not there saying they're waiting for him to come back. Honestly, I would be amazed if people actually rate, just be like, hey, how was it when you cheated with your wife? But
people for a while did that though. People for a while did, like when he came back. Yeah. Oh man, the cheater's back. Oh, how's your wife? Is she cheating on you now? Is that why you're back? Like stupid stuff like that. But thankfully, he had smart moderators that were able to kind of shut that all down, and then it became pretty prominent where it's like, okay, well, we can't say this anymore, because if we do, then we're perma-banned off of the most popular streamers chat, which
I mean, it's just I don't like the dude. I mean, it's no secret. I mean, if again, people, my Twitter's everything. Like I tweet everything. I don't ever delete it. I did delete one tweet, but that was because a lot of weird people was liking it and commenting it, and I had to delete it because I wasn't trying to get that attention. But
wait, you don't like the doc?
No, what happened was it was that one thing where I posted, and I had like all the female chicks. I'm like, this was my my list that I would smash, and then it's just like those. I got the creepers. It was asking who's this, who's that, and I'm like, oh nah, never mind. Let me take that.
Yo, man, they have to do it subtle, man. They gotta be a proper creeper, and they gotta do it very subtle, like I do all this.
That's all good, because I'm gonna bring that tweet back to life on my OnlyFans. So yeah, that's the only targets that would go. But
no, but even for me, man, like I don't even like deleting stuff either. Like if I say something, I'm just gonna go out and say it. If I feel like I should apologize for something, I would. I don't remember ever apologizing for anything. So like usually I stand by what I say, unless I learn something new that brings a different perspective.
Now, I could keep things real. I wouldn't deny anything, because obviously it's out there. There's evidence. There's hardcore evidence. Like, yo, this is how he would look without the shades. No, I'm just kidding. But like, far as like far as like I don't know, like saying things now, like I said, I'm toxic, right? So obviously there's some things I wouldn't obviously say through camera or publishing on YouTube. But I do have a party chat, and I always tell them that because we talk a lot. We have good points about video games or whatnot. We're really judgy on games and say,
Man, I bet you any money if I end up going in there, I will shatter everyone's viewpoint.
you would hate us. You would go against all of us because we just Destiny 2, Anthem.
Well, no, those games you have a right to this. That's perfectly fine.
Oh, okay.
Like especially Anthem because Anthem don't care about nobody.
But yeah, so those guys, they see the real side of me. They know who I am. We all joke around each other, roast each other. They know who I am. And yeah, it took us for like a good like month for us to actually like come out of the little box. Like we out here just being toxic as hell, but we all know we're joking around and whatever. You know, none of us are actually in these situations or any type of allegations or whatever. Like, you know, like that time where how guys are treating females, like Ubisoft or you know, other gaming companies or gamers in general or streamers. But like, yeah, so that's what I gotta say, because I know that one guy from that Impulse Logan's podcast, I forgot who it was. He said he never lied before, and some other YouTuber found a lie about it, and
everyone has lied. Like that's something that look. Everyone lies. Everyone cries. Never takes painful shits. All right, it happens. Like we're all human. We all go through shit. It's fine.
So yeah, cause like honestly, obviously I don't hide the people, the influence I hate and the influence I love. You know, if I hate them, there's definitely a reason for I hate them. But then you probably won't agree with me. But then again, I don't care. I got that mute. You know, I'm never gonna see their feed again. But that also brings me upon the part where you know how Slasher is a gaming reporter, right?
Yeah,
and
more or less.
He's also with him and this other guy, really good. Are good gaming reporters. They get the news quick or whatever. They work together sometimes. And when that one guy that was talking to underage girls or whatever, they report.
Oh man, that's a whole other conversation in itself, man.
With the underage, because who was it? It was Slasher and Mini Lad, and that's crazy. Because what I'm trying to get at is that like, if I was a gaming reporter and if I worked with somebody, I was gonna report the news on them. You know, saying, "Hey guys, this is what's happening for this person right now." So they don't have any gaming news. It's probably because they're focusing on that. Mini Lad, I know he said he went to therapy and stuff for that stuff, for what he did, whatever. But then he came back and made a Minecraft gaming content on YouTube, and I know Keemstar had an issue with that because because that's gaming for kids, you know, like kids is gonna watch him play video games, not 18-year-olds unless they grew up with him. You know what I mean?
Okay, I would start off with this in the conversation. When it comes to Keemstar, he shouldn't be sitting on a high horse and trying to call people out. He himself has such, like, controversy under his belt, and he knows it, and he does his best to try to. Oh my god, that. Somebody just messaged me on something. But yeah, I'm just kind of. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm stupid stuff. I'm getting messages back and forth. Like I just got a phone call. I just got like I'm getting blown up right now just because it's usually that time of night where I'm usually getting blown up. But when it comes to Keemstar, he shouldn't be sitting on a high horse and you know getting with all his stupidness. I mean, I watch Keemstar every once in a while, but a lot of the stuff that he does talk about, a lot of stuff complain about, like if you look throughout his history, you see a lot of really, really dumb stuff that doesn't get brought up. And, you know, being the bigger person as we are in the public and public eye when it comes to that. Like, we don't call him out in a lot of his stuff. He's all about controversy. He's all about that, like baity stuff. But when he does actually report some news that should be reported, so that like I applaud it. I commemorate it. That's perfectly fine. It's just I don't necessarily see him as a good source of a lot of that stuff, because he does do a lot of hearsay rather than having like physical fact or like actual proof on things. But when it comes to situations where it's like, you know, older people sort of doing things that like a pedo would do, like, you already seen like the whole controversy with Smash Bros. Or like just the gaming industry with all the gamers who are kind of poaching kids throughout time, and that it sucks. But that goes into the whole thing where like that just goes to show, like, as adults, like as you and me as adults, like we have to be able to be a part of the community and be able to call out a lot of this stuff and be able to help the community move forward as well. Like, we can all take initiative on that and make sure that, you know, pedophiles stay out of the gaming community as it should be. And honestly, if it was up to me, just find every pedophile we can possibly find, throw them in the volcano. Why? Just for my end. Like, I want to be. In fact, let me find them all and then let me throw them all in the volcano. I would. I'm pretty sure most people wouldn't mind it. I mean, you already see, like, when you jump on Facebook, you see those videos are like, oh, this guy's been thrown in jail for life for putting a power drill through a pedophile's head. Like, good job, you. Well, sometimes vigilante justice is vigilante justice. I mean, yeah, our court system should be the ones to actually put these people to justice, but at the same time, it's like, look, man, this guy spent an X amount of time luring to his I guess you could say metaphorical van, and then he just drives away with it. Like, come on now.
We need more
To handle all that.
But yeah, so obviously I cannot disagree with that. You know, I know this is versus, but no, I'm not going against that. That's true. That's facts. Big facts right there. Because, you know, they gotta go. Because they're killing it. You know, they're literally killing the gaming community. You know, like, I know Smash Hammer got closed. They had to figure out who's gonna take over. I think somebody already did, but just because it's easy to get replaced doesn't mean it's good. You know, obviously no one doesn't want that title. Not the higher up title. I'm talking about the pedo title, because, you know, obviously no one doesn't want that in their life under their belt. But as far as the stuff, you know, you got a big image. People gotta, you know, just take it easy. Don't do foolish stuff like that. Come on now. But
yeah, I mean, we're all bigger, better people than that. We all know the difference between right. You know, we know when we walk into a store. Even for those people that have like that occasional thought, like, you know what, I'm just gonna run in here, like, still. There are people who walk into a store and like, you know what, I'm gonna pull this gun out and shoot this person in the head and show everyone that I mean business. I'm gonna rob this place. Like, there are people, but they know what they're doing is wrong. You know, there are caveats to that as well. There's some people who try to hide behind certain things, like people who try to hide behind religion or politics. But that's a whole other ball game.
Anyways,
it's literally.
We're quite long. I'm gonna be honest. I have work tomorrow. I gotta wake up hella early. So we ended with a little bit down, a little bit too. Our emotions in this talk was like E, and then it was like E. So I want to end it with something big, something that people could get off with at least a little bit of a good smile and laugh. And this is what I have. All right, this is my plan I have for the gaming community. All right, you ready for this?
Let's go.
We gotta have a console. No. We gotta have it where, since some games are cross gen, right? What if our friends list could be cross friends list with other consoles, mainly just Xbox and PlayStation, right? we have our avatars and profile pictures, and then we get to see y'all avatars. That's the idea. That is the piece of gamers idea I have.
Well, you're gonna be happy in the next 2 years.
Oh, you think it's gonna happen in 2 years?
Oh, I know it's gonna. What do you think they've been trying to integrate it?
That'd be interesting.
I mean, the idea is to keep the competition going, but being able, because already when you do the cross platform play with one another, like when I'm playing Call of Duty on my Xbox and you're playing Call of Duty on your PlayStation, we can't necessarily go into the party yet together, but we're capable of talking to each other within game chat.
Yeah.
See, like already, like slowly but surely, it's already getting like into that point, and pretty soon we'll end up getting into that point, just because every game's going to start being integrated. Every game's going to be, coercing and becoming something more than what we're going through. We're still going through a very big shift within the gaming community, and it's only going to go from here. Obviously, more sponsorship for esports. More games are going to come out. They're going to be actually full, complete, and not just have constant transactions all the time. Microtransactions are actually kind of going in a decline a little bit. No, I mean, not more so for like sports games and that. Like obviously, freaking Madden and 2K, I don't think they're ever gonna. But things are changing for the better though within the gaming community. And as long as we stay active within the community and asking for all, they're all gonna eventually. But yeah, something like that is definitely gonna end up happening within the next 2 years.
Okay, that's his prediction. I like that. Alright, so this was the first episode. I don't know what I'm going to title it yet, but you guys already know it's going to be in the title of YouTube. And it depends how many listens we get. I could probably put it on Spotify.
Episode 1, Tangled Christmas Lights.
Okay, it's definitely not going to happen because we're in September. I don't know where that Christmas lights come from. But
Christmas in September. We're giving everyone the gift of this show.
Hell no. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope y'all stayed this long. I'm not gonna we just talk. We don't have no deadlines. We might have an hour show, a 30-minute show, or even a 3-hour show. No, I'm just kidding. Not 3 hours. Depends how things.
You never know. If we end up having more and more people as time goes on, like if we're trying to interview other people and talk with them about the gaming community, and that could end up changing into something else. We'll see.
Yes, that interview people. Actually, I do have someone I want to interview. I'm gonna keep that a secret though. I'll catch you.
I have quite a few people I'd like to.
And Mari, your outro.
Oh, do you want me to do my outro?
We're both hosts, so I'm assuming I have my intro, you have your intro, I have my outro, you have your outro. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, for me, I mean, that's pretty much all I have to say, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for actually watching the show. This kind of idea sort of came out of a whim. I ended up messaging Val like, hey, man, let's do a show together. And now we're here. We're going to do our best to do this as a weekly show. We'll try to touch on a bunch of different subjects. Obviously, as you saw, we went from gaming to like talking about OnlyFans. There's a lot of things to talk about with it. And it's sort of good to kind of have different perspectives on everything that goes on. You get a broader conversation. So with that being said, thank you very much for actually watching this. All three of you who are going to end up watching. And if you don't know what to live for your legacy, live for your heart and your greatness. Shout outs to my number one fan and the greatest fan in the world. My daughter Alice is rocking.
Pot loading shots, got a lot from the block. Put in work, then I shop. If you try me for this knot, boy, you gon' meet the Glock. Full knit, riding round, probably one in the top. In my hood, what it is, boy, pull over, stop. If you fuck around, up shots and probably won't stop. This the life I live, pay the price you probably would not. See, my mind always on motivation, I could be a trainer. Teach you how to work it and always see all the angles. See, this business, it done been all in my blood, boy, it's good. On my 9 to 5, serve a nigga quick, then count up. See you running.